How do you calculate a return on investment for rental properties? That's today's video. Let's dive in. Hey everybody, I'm Clayton Morris. I'm the founder of Morris Invest, longtime real estate investor, and the whole goal of this channel is to help you build passive income through real estate. Today we're going to talk about the most important number in all of real estate investing. It's the whole reason I do what I do. It's ROI, which is return on investment. Super simple to figure out, but it really is the most important number. A lot of times I'll talk to investors on the phone and I ask them the question when they tell me they own a property or they have a property that they're renting out, and I say, great, what's the ROI? I don't know. Most people simply don't know what the return on investment is for a rental property. So today I'm going to show you my simple formula on how to figure this out, and really is the foundation of everything I do in real estate investing, and it should be for you as well. So let's go to the whiteboard.
Okay, we're over here at the whiteboard, and I want to talk about one of my favorite subjects, which is ROI. I love ROI because, after all, it's the whole reason that we're doing what we're doing in real estate investing, in order to create ROI. I don't care about the four walls and a roof of real estate. They're all the same to me. They have four walls and a roof, and that's it. I care more about ROI than I do the house itself, and you should too. So today we're going to talk about ROI using the cash on cash formula. Cash on cash just means how much cash is coming in and how much cash went out. So if you have $40,000 in the bank, you're buying a $40,000 house with cash, what is the return that you could expect to get on that $40,000? Now, we can do a whole separate video on mortgages and debt service. In fact, we have other videos specifically on how to figure out the debt service on a property if you're using a mortgage. But for this, we are specifically using cash on cash to make the formulas easier for you. Okay, so let's dive in. So let's say we're using a $40,000 house. So $40,000 is going to be the cost of our 3-bedroom, 1-bath house. These are the typical kinds of properties that I buy and renovate. And it's going to cash flow, let's make it nice round numbers, $700 a month. So $700 a month from a tenant. It's going to cash flow, and that's it. Okay, great. So here's how we figure out ROI. We're going to take that $700 a month, and we're going to multiply that times 12. That's going to give us our annual rent. So 700 times 12 gives us $8,400. Now that is the gross rent for the year. Now we are going to divide this number by the all-in cost of the house, which is $40,000. So we're going to divide $8,400 by 40,000. By 40,000. And that's going to give us a 21% gross ROI, which is fantastic, right? But that's gross, remember? So that's the gross ROI of 21%. Now, with all of our properties, I always am super conservative in my formula for figuring out return on investment, because I want to take out 40% for vacancy, repairs, expenses, all of those things, taxes, get thrown into this 40%. But because, remember, I'm rehabbing the house, so I don't have to worry about expenses. I'm not going to worry about vacancies because I'm filling it with a tenant with my property management team right away. So this 40% doesn't really come into effect. So when at the end of the year, my wife and I like to look at our statements, we end up usually being right here, right around this 21% gross. But I always want to be super conservative when I'm buying a house, so I always want to figure this 40%. How do we figure 40%, and how do we get to our number? Let's go back to the whiteboard. So $40,000 is our house, and it's $700 a month for rent. So I'm going to take that $700 again, multiply it times 12, is going to give us the same number, $8,400. But now I'm going to multiply this number times 0.6. Now, I get so many emails from people that say, wait a minute, wouldn't you multiply it times 0.4? No, 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 no. I want to take out 40%. 100 minus 40 is 60. So I'm going to multiply this times 0.6. So 8,400 times 0.6 gives me $5,040. That's my net cash flow from my tenants this month, or from this year. So it started with that. To be super conservative, I took out 40%, which is how you do it right here, and I'm left with this for the year. Now I divide this by the $40,000 number. Divided by that gives me a net cash flow of 0.12, which is 12. That is a 12% return on my investment. That is a net. That is a ridiculously high ROI. That is the number that I go for on every one of my properties, is a net ROI between 10 and 12%. Net, not gross, net. I hope that makes sense. That is how you figure out ROI. Very, very simple. And remember, in that 40% number, we're including, the taxes. We're including the vacancy number, right? We're including our expenses and repairs. And all of that gets rolled into that 40% for me. So it keeps it very, very simple, and it's a quick and dirty way for you to find out, especially in a single family house, or a duplex or a triplex or a four family. When you start getting into commercial properties, you're going to be looking at other things you're going to have to consider. But for residential real estate, doing those single family homes, duplexes, triplexes, or quadplexes, this is how we figure out ROI.
There you go. Simple way to figure out return on investment. I hope this was instructional for you. If you have any questions, I would love to hear about them. Please leave them in the comments thread below. One thing I did mention in this video, I talked about vacancy rates. I personally love to buy properties with a very low vacancy rate. So those are the markets that I'm in. And I have a whole video where I talk about vacancy rates. And in fact, I talk about some of the 5 cities with the highest vacancy rates that you want to avoid. You can click on that little card that just popped up here. We publish videos multiple times a week, everyone, so please do me a big favor and click on the big subscribe bubble right here and join our great community here. We'll see you back here next time with some more great videos, everyone. Just go over, subscribe. We publish them multiple times a week. I'm Clayton Morris. Go out there, take action, everyone, and become a real estate investor.